Pulsatilla. Pulsatilla is a terrible remedy. Terrible. Oh, you see. You tell her Pulsatilla, you are terrible. She will start crying. You tell her this, they cry in such a way that they complain. It's a matter. It's like saying, "Why did you do this to me? Please, please say a nice word. I am a tender woman. I am in a tender state. Please, hold me, touch me, give me consolation." Here we have it as consolation ameliorates. Actually, it's the woman who, one way or another, you must console. If you don't console with a good way, with a nice way, she will manipulate you to console her on another way. She will manipulate you. How she will manipulate you? In different ways. She has ways. She understands, especially the husband, especially the children. You say, oh, children, they cry in order that the parents will grasp. Oh, they get like this. It's different. Each remedy cries in a different way. I say, okay, sweetie, come here, you know. Okay, you're a nice boy, nice girl, you know. Okay. It's different, huh? Than Calcarea phosphorica, because you have seen Calcarea phosphorica or Camomilla or Sina or crying, Natrum Muriaticum crying, will fall down Natrum Muriaticum on the floor and will kick. Come in, little bit. It's totally different. Huh? Hysteric. You say, you hysteric. You are hysterical. Then you will look at your Natrum Muriaticum. You say, what is he saying now? Because they are mentalized. Pulsatillas are acting out of emotions. The emotions are important. And they do not care. Says, you cry so easily. Yes, I cry. And you cry in what circumstance? In front of others? Yes, in front of others. It's even better. She will say, even better. Even better. You have audience to cry, then they feel comfortable. There is no problem. They can do it. Pulsatillas also can be very aggressive. They're very aggressive. And they can throw a tantrum, a tantrum. And they don't want that, you have done this to me, you bastard, you know. They take this, they can throw it, but never in the head of the, there is no real aggression. It is an aggression or an aggressivity which seeks attention, manipulation. You see, it's very strange. All these they need tenderness, they need affection, they need attention. They don't need sex. So it's not a sexual remedy. It's rather from medium to low. And sometimes from the old times, you see now homosexuality is much more spread in the societies. In the old times, when this was written in the repertory, in love with one of her own sex, that means homosexuality. What they were writing actually is the need for tenderness and affection. You see, the Pulsatilla woman does not like aggression, aggressiveness. She's not a woman that will challenge a man. She wants to be next to the man, to be protected, to be consoled, not to challenge. So if she has to challenge, or she has an aggressive man, she is afraid and finally becomes cool, becomes frigid. And I'm not interested in sexual matters. Then she needs affection. And of course, we have the big keynote in the Pulsatilla. The big keynote is the aggravation from heat. Pulsatilla staying in this suffers in this room. She has to go next to the room, and she has to have air, and she has to do like this. She has to open, especially has to open the window. The air, the fresh air and the cool air rejuvenates her. It's nice. We see this changeable element, the element changing, we see it in different actions, functions, elements. The woman observes that almost never the menses are the same color. You see, something is again now more clots, more dark, now it's more brown, it's less brown, it's more cold, more red, etc. The mood also changes from 1 hour to another. They are moody and depressed and despaired. And then somebody comes, they have nice company, somebody consoles them, he says, the world is nice. You know, they start again. It's easy to change their mood. They are not steady. So changeability also changing places of pain. It's fear of insanity. Fear of insanity, which is really, I mean, they feel, I'm going crazy. It's a fear which overwhelms the patient. Now you may say, tomorrow all women, they're going to take a dose of Pulsatilla. Because you may have thought sometime under stress that you may get insane. No, this is not the case. The case is when without any reason everything is all right, the fear of insanity overwhelms the person. The fear of insanity becomes the main and of course, as we describe the Pulsatilla needing the support of the family, of the people whom she loves, and the tenderness, etc., it is natural she will feel fear of being abandoned. You don't need to have the mental emotional picture of Pulsatilla. You may have only the physical symptoms, where the mental, the emotional is normal, and you don't say, oh, this person, because you will come one time, I will prescribe Pulsatilla, and you will say, but she's not crying, she's not manipulative, she's not consolation, hungry for consolation. Why you give? You don't have to have. Once you have the changeability of symptoms, feet become hot, burning, and has to cool them out of the covers. But sometimes you may have a chilly Pulsatilla, and especially during a cold, you may get a feeling, Pulsatilla may get a feeling of coldness in the back, as if there is a wet towel stuck on her back. So there are some chills on the back. It says wetness and chill on the back, where she cannot get rid of this towel, wet towel in the back. So you have, then of course you have an aversion to warm food, desire for cold food. Aversion to fat, not only aversion but worse from fat. Huh? Worse from fat. See, they will have diarrhea from fat. Diarrhea from fat. But you may get some Pulsatillas who like butter, bread and butter. And it is one of the remedies that they don't like sun and they don't like the time of sunset. They become sad during this time. Sunset brings a sadness. It's as if life is going away. He will cry more than another woman who is more healthy. A healthy woman will cry. She has an affair, nice affair. But if the man lives here, she immediately reasons out that this is not the right person. Okay. So it will be nice because I like him, but still, so cries 1 week, 2 weeks, it's finished. Pulsatilla will cry for 6 months, but will cry and will not have the side effects of the grief as the Ignacia or the Natrum Muriaticum may have, because it will save her, will balance. Crying out is a big outlet for a lot of problems, and if we were crying, it's like oozing. You know, eczema is oozing out. We cry. Actually, we have so much pain inside us, kept inside, that we should be crying. Most of us, we should be crying. Huh? And then you say, I'm too proud to cry. The other one says, I am going to be ridiculous if I cry. The other one says, I'm going to be considered as a crazy person, etc. So they keep it inside. And this is how they develop your clientele. Your clientele comes to be treated by you, and